Hello and welcome to Lecture 11 for EE 324. We're going to be doing an introduction to block diagrams. So let's start by supposing that we want to write Hooke's law for a spring. We've seen Hooke's law quite a bit in this course. And if the spring is being compressed, then Hooke's law says F is equal to Kx, right? And if the spring is being stretched, then it would be negative Kx. So this is our equation, and we can represent this equation as a block diagram as follows. We can say we have some kind of force F that has an input of X, and there is some kind of block here that's called a gain block, which says multiply the input by K. So the input here is X, we multiply that by K, and then the output is F. So this block diagram means F equal to Kx, which is exactly what we wanted. That's a gain block. Now suppose we want to add four numbers, x1, well, we want to add them in a particular way, x1, x2, x3, and x4. Then we can use what's called a summer block, which is usually represented with a circle. Now what's important in the summer block to recognize is what the signs are going in. So notice that x1 has a plus, x2 has a plus, x3 has a minus, and x4 has a minus in the summer block, right? So we think of these things, they're going into the summer block, and as an output, we get this number y. And in this case, y is equal to x1 plus x2 because both of those had positive summer blocks, and minus x3 and minus x4. Because again, both of those terms had minus in their summer blocks. Okay? Another fundamental block, and we'll actually see more blocks than just the ones that I'm going to present today, but for today we'll just focus on these few fundamental blocks. We might need to integrate. So basically, think of a first order differential equation where we want to find the solution of that. So we want to go from, say, x dot to x, or x double dot to x dot, or something like that. We would have to integrate with respect to time, which is what we're showing here. And in general, there'll have to be some kind of initial conditions. We're not going to worry about what the initial conditions are yet. When we start getting into actually doing programming and stuff, then we'll have to worry about putting in the initial conditions, or otherwise the program might assume that the initial conditions are 0 or something like that, which is fine, but we will have to worry about that later, but not in the actual blocks. We're not going to be concerned with that when we're drawing these block diagrams. So, as I mentioned, you could imagine going from y dot. In this case, it could be just, I could have just written this as y, the u is being equal to y dot. Then if I integrate this equation, then I'll just get a y out, right? So integrating this with respect to time, I would get out just a plain y, which is what I'll get here. And this would be important, again, if I have differential equations, right? I'm going to want to be able to integrate them in order to get the solution out at the end. And we'll get an example of all of these things getting pulled together into a single diagram in a moment. Another block that we could consider is the constant block, which is where you could imagine you're adding some constant, right? You're adding just, say, a c or something like that. A constant block has no inputs here, right? Notice that there's no arrow going into it because nothing changes the constant. The constant is not a function of something, it's just a constant. And this would represent, of course, that y is the constant is equal to that constant. Okay. Now, what we're going to want to do is be able to combine these fundamental blocks. And as I said, there's going to be more that will arrive later. But at the moment, these are going to be the fundamental blocks we'll be working with. We want to combine them so that we can write out an equation, but in block form. And the reason for doing this is that you'll be able to actually build these block diagrams in Simulink in MATLAB. So we'll be able to actually pull together a whole model in MATLAB using Simulink, using these block diagrams, and it will be able to do all of the stuff that we want, do the integrations, for example, which will be particularly useful when we get into nonlinear dynamical systems. So let's do an example of combining some blocks. So suppose I have this equation, x dot is equal to f of t plus b times x. Well, immediately we should be able to see that b times x is going to give me a gain block, right? Because we were talking about gains up here. This was a gain block. And that meant that we multiply x, right? So whatever's coming in as an input is going to get multiplied by that k. In this case, we're going to do the same thing, but it's going to be multiplied by that b. So you can see it coming down here. We can see that we're multiplying by b, x by b, but we have to get to x, right? Because now we have an x dot. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to note that x dot has the inputs f and b times x, and they're added together. So we're going to need a summer block. That's what the summer is going to be here. We're going to need the summer block. And notice that I have f of t has no inputs to it, so it's just going to be an input to the summer block. And I need to multiply b times x, which I'm going to need over here. So you can imagine I could have started with this diagram writing, as I did actually, writing the x over here and recognizing that that I'm going to need to use that as an input back into this summer block, which is then going to be an input to this x dot, right? Because notice that this x dot is going to be equal to f of t and b times x. And then to get to my x, I need to integrate this this x dot, right? To go to x, I need to integrate x dot, which is what I need this integrator block for. So I'm gonna say send the x dot into the integrator block. There's going to be, remember, there's going to be initial conditions there that we're not showing at the moment, but they will be there. And then it's going to turn into x after going through the integrator block, which then is going to come back and feed into x dot, right? Coming back in through that gain. Okay, let's make this a tiny bit more complicated, and then so this will be a tiny bit more complicated model, and then we're gonna go on and make a pretty significantly more complicated model to follow through. So suppose we want to model the following equation. We have c times vc double dot plus 1 over r times vc dot plus 1 over L times VC is equal to I of t. This is very, very similar, but not exactly the same as an equation that you should have come up with in one of the previous group works. So we will first rewrite this in standard form because it's much easier if we can just deal, not that it's that we have to. We could obviously run that through some kind of gain block, but it's easier if we write it in standard form, which is dividing through by C in this case, so that we get the highest order term, the VC double dot term by itself. Again, not necessarily required, but makes our lives a little easier. And then let's solve it for VC double dot. So we're going to solve the equation for VC double dot. And after we've solved it, we can see we get VC double dot is equal to I of T over C minus 1 over RC times VC dot minus 1 over LC times VC. Now let's put this into a block diagram. So notice that I have an I have an I of T divided by C. So I'm going to need to feed that through a gain block in order to get that out, right? I'm going to start with I of T. It's going to go through some gain, 1 over C. And then it's going to go into the summer because VC double dot is going to take as input. So if I started over here with VC double dot, it's going to take in I of T divided by C, which I've taken care of with this part. It also needs to take in, let's draw this in blue. It also needs to take in this minus 1 over RC times VC dot. Well, notice that I can integrate VC double dot to bring me to that VC dot term. So I'm going to run the VC double dot through an integrator, so I get VC dot. And then down here, the VC dot is going to run through a gain block of 1 over RC, right? Because we're multiplying by 1 over RC, which is then, of course, going to go back into the summer. So that takes care of the VC dot. Then I need to also take care of this term, the 1 over LC minus 1 over LCVC, because that's going to have to come back in here. And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take that VC dot, I'm going to run it through an integrator, which gives me back to VC, right? And then from VC, I'm going to go down and I need it to go through a gain block of 1 over LC. So it's going to get a gain block here, and it's going to come back into the summer. Okay, so this was slightly more complicated. This next example is going to be reasonably more complicated. So suppose we have the following system. We have x dot is equal to x2, x1 dot is equal to x2, x2 dot is equal to minus a times x1 plus b times x3 minus c times x2, and x3 dot. So now we're in state variable form, right? So we're going to want to be able to make these block diagrams when we're in state variable form. And x3 dot is equal to negative d times x3 plus e times x1 plus u. So immediately you should be thinking this is an input, so it's going to probably go on the far left, right? It's going to go on the far left of this diagram. And this are going to all be gains, so I should have gain blocks going for A, B, C, D, E, and E. Okay. And probably the simplest thing is x1 dot is equal to x2. So this is going to have a summer, right? But the summer is just going to have one thing going into it, which is plus x2 for x1 dot. So let's actually start from there, and then we'll come down and see it. So we can see that x1 dot, which is way down here, right, is equal to x2. So there should be a summer, which I have right here. And notice that coming into the summer is x2, which is exactly what I need. And it's a positive, so that's my positive. So that gives me that very first part of this set of equations, right? Let's go to x2 now. x2 dot has three terms in it: minus a times x1, plus b times x3, and minus c times x2. So I should be seeing x1, x3, x2, and x3 going into the summer. So I should have a summer with three things coming into it. And then all of these are going to have to actually run through gains before they actually go into the summer. So I'm really going to see a gain block of A coming into the summer, B coming in, and C. So let's go down here for x2 dot. So x2 dot, I have the summer that's coming directly from C, as I said, right? Notice down here it's coming from C. It's coming from C. Over here it's coming from A, and over here it's coming from B. And A went with x1, and it should be minus, right? Because it's minus x1. So A has the minus sign here. And notice that it's coming from x1 down here. So I'm golden there. Similarly for B, B should be coming from x3, which it is. And it's a plus, which it is in this diagram. And C is coming from x2, which is way down here, right? C coming from x2, and it's minus, as we said. So we've taken care of x1 dot and x2 dot. So the final thing is we need x3 dot. And x3 dot should have a summer that has three things coming into it. U, as you can see here, U is coming in. We have U. And we also have D, and it should be a minus, right? And it is, coming from x3. And we have E, which should be a plus, and it's coming from x1. Okay. And then all of these, in order to get x1, x2, and x3, we have to actually have integrators. So we have x3 dot, it's going to integrate to x3, which you can see here. Let me just change color. You can see that that goes to x3 dot integrates to x3, x2 dot integrates to x2, and x1 dot integrates to x1, as expected. So that covers all of the blocks here. So it's reasonably simple to set up the block diagram, but it might get pretty, you can see like trying to set this up on the page already is a pain. And as you get more and more complicated, it gets harder and harder to kind of get all of these blocks and make sure you're covering everything, because there's a lot of stuff going on. That's all that I have for this video. Hope to see you again soon.